Okay, it's already afternoon, but for me, my phone was disconnected for a minute, so I got to pay the bill. But anywho, I pretty much had to make a video of the situation that just happened here. But I'm gonna go ahead and just do my heading start for the day. Let this be the first video since it's live. I'm finding out these, making live videos is a lot more easier. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to download the videos and stuff like that. I don't have to upload them, do all that good shit. So, but it just happened earlier up here. Police had all the roads blocked off up here on Broadway. But anywho, let me tell you, it's the beginning of another month and another day. On Thursday, February 1st, 2018, we've already got 1 month knocked down in this year, and, it went by pretty slow, but like I said, this is a slow time of year, so I'm so glad February's here. So glad first of the month's here. I'm not saying I'm glad. January not my favorite month, so it's just a slow hustle month, Ain't much going on, you know what I'm saying? This month, got Mardi Gras going on, Valentine's Day, so I gotta get that shit. I'm getting ready for that. So we got a little business this month, February's a little better than January because of the holidays. But if it probably wasn't for that, it would be pretty much like January, Valentine's Day. I'll be here in a couple weeks. So I'll be doing all my Valentine's celebration. I usually don't buy none until, once the stuff, sales go down and everything after the day. But other than that, let's do all my celebration on the weekend of the 9th, I'll probably start me working next weekend, so hopefully I do. I know they got open mic bands, some of these places like, Wayside, Ice House and places, they have a Valentine's Day dances and stuff that I like to go to. It's usually my way, and then plus, I have another holiday this month, what I'm saying? It's kind of sad, but February 16th is, a friend of mine that was real close with me that passed away. I talked about Bird. He passed away almost a couple years ago. It'll be March this year. But what's really funny, she passed away, it was the 10th of March, 2016. But I'll get to that right now. I need to stick with this stuff. But I'll tell you what's going on. People calling, the same people. Not in the mood for them right now. Where's Damien? I think it's Damien. No, it's not him. Okay. Now, here's what happened today earlier, and I'll post a video on it later on, you know. Now, I just was out and about here running my errands along Broadway. You know, go to the bank, pay my phone bill and shit. Nobody's got the nerve to ask me for some money. I don't loan out money. But anywho, I'll get back to her later. Why do they ask me for money? Because, you know, knowing I can't give it out. I don't give out money like that. I don't. You know, maybe, you know, to me and Jerome or me and Jan, you know, people I know I'm going to get my money back from. That's the only time I maybe loan out money to people. Because they loan money to me. You know, anybody that's loaned money to me and helped me out, probably the only person I loan money out to. I don't know, if you ain't there for me when I need you, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm telling you right now, earlier I was out running errands, paying my phone bill and stuff like that. And, you know, the police cars was blocking the roads up here. You could not go anywhere. If you were going down Broadway, no, Broadway was blocked off. You know what I'm saying? It was blocked all the way from probably, I think, Brook Street, all the way down Bardstown Road. Because, and there was all these police, including an orange ambulance, EMS truck, going down to Bardstown Road, where the police officer got shot. Now, much as I don't trust officers, and much I don't like our officers, you know, like I said, I don't hate all police officers. You know, I know there's good police officers out there, but you know what I'm saying. And I will say this, you know, I don't want to see anybody die. So basically, you know, the officer was shot. I am good, like I said, respect him, pay my, you know, pray that he survived this. You know, I pray that he survives and is able to go back and serve his community as a police officer again. You know, because sometimes, you know, a lot of times, you know, police get shot and they live, they're probably going to be paralyzed. Where the place where they got shot, they're going to probably be paralyzed for some time and, you know, unable to do certain things of their job. So, you know, I've seen police officers that survived a shot. Maybe that survived a gunshot. That, you know, they might have survived the gunshot, but they was never able to do their job as a police officer again. You know, they were paralyzed wherever they got shot at. I'm just praying. I am praying for him and the family of the police officers, because you're all look a good side, a positive way of police officers. You know, good police officers, they go out here, they leave their families, they go to work, and you don't know if they're going to come home that day. It's the kind of job where, you know, being a police officer, you don't know, like I said, you got your kids, your husband, your family, your wife, or whoever. If it's a policewoman or policeman, you know, you leave out the door to go to your job, and you don't know if you're going to come home, you know. You never know you know, when you live in a big city, like, you know, you police officer in a big city, that's most likely something you think about, you know. Now, if you live in like a small town, a police officer will, very, very slim you're going to get shot. If you get killed, if you're a police officer in a town where there ain't but like 3,000 people, 2,000 people, you know, only time you might get shot is if you do like a drug raid or shit like that, you know. Yeah, you got some motherfuckers up in the deals and shit, have guns, they might kill an officer, so you gotta think about shit like that. I'm talking about ones that just live, you know. But I mean, it's happened to somebody, and it was an officer. He was a small town officer, like in Waynesville, somewhere, and he did a drug bust, They were doing a drug bust, and the people that were basically the place that they were raiding. So, it's out in the country, and basically officers, when they went in there and tried to raid the place, they got shot. It's almost like the likelihood is greater, but I'm going to say this. It wasn't right to have it for somebody shoot the officer, but I will say this stuff happens. If we didn't have so many nasty police officers out here killing young black men, or just killing people, period, because of their race, disability, maybe because of their class, what neighborhood they live in. Because I'm going to say this about neighborhood, because there was one police officer here, it was a police woman, she's a real bitch. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say this, nasty police officers, police brutality. You got officers that are really crazy now. They'll kill your dog. They'll kill your, like I said, if a deer's standing in the way, they'll get out and shoot the deer. Sad. Why would you kill an animal? I mean, they'll kill your cat. They'll kill your cat, I've had a few nasty officers that come into my place and see all my damn cats, 18 cats. You know what? They kill all my, that bitch said, you know what? They act like they didn't want to shoot the cat. Well, if they had nasty officers, like I've been seeing, like we be seeing now, shoot, they probably would have went in my house and killed all my cats. That's how they don't have no remorse, and just like to me. Let's just say this. When they have character like that, I don't respect them as an officer. A police officer is supposed to be a respectable position. They're there to serve and protect. That's what people are paying taxes for and everything else. But like I said, due to the fact that we got nasty police officers out here, shit like this, like good officers probably getting killed. You got good officers out there getting shot. It's just like what happened in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Baton Rouge. But I'm going to say this is Louisville here, so I will say the police here in this city compared to other cities are not as nasty. I mean, at least here in Louisville, you got some officers that are friendly. You got some officers that are just, But then sometimes you got police there that just don't want to do their job either. But I'd rather deal with these police officers than deal with the ones I dealt with in Cincinnati. Because, I did not like city officers at all. Ohio officers, they was something else in Ohio. They pulled me, shit. They always pull people over. They was always pulling me over for dumb shit. They pull me over for a bad light. If they see me coming, getting off of work, and it was at nighttime, and they see me not saying, I might be a little tired, but I was driving okay, but they would pull me over and say I was kind of swerving in and out of the lines a little bit. They made me get out, walk the line, make sure I wasn't drunk, breathalyze me. I said, I haven't been drinking, I just got out off of work. And you know what they used to tell me? They said, if you're going to be too tired to drive behind the wheel, you need to get somebody to drive you to work. Because they sat there and told me, if I have to pull you over again because you're tired, then, we're going to have to charge you with DUI. They're going to charge me reckless driving, whatever they're going to charge me with. They're going to try to do something to me. I mean, and the Cincinnati officers, the police that pulled me over were like, township. People, see, Ohio, once you go up north, you have townships, Michigan's got townships, Ohio's got townships. And see, a lot of times townships, Cincinnati actually has their own police officers. Yeah. They got the Cincinnati Police Department. But then you got, other places, even in the same county as Cincinnati. See, it's like Louisville used to be before the merger. Except, see here you had, before the merger, you had the Louisville Police Department, and then you had the Jefferson County Police Department. Jefferson County, basically, you had county officers, but they had no Hamilton County. Basically, it depended on which neighborhood the police was serving or which township they were in. That's basically, like say for example, Princeton. See, some of the little towns outside of Cincinnati just has the city limits. It's not, Hamilton County is mostly Cincinnati. But it also includes, the townships, other neighborhoods that's got their own government, like Springdale and Princeton. Blue Ash had their own. Blue Ash, I think, they had their own government. I'm trying to think of someone else. Anderson Township had their own government. Forest Park, little neighborhood, suburban neighborhoods, but the suburbs in Cincinnati basically took care of themselves. I kind of wish Louisville had just never. I didn't like Louisville when they merged at all. It took some jobs away. And I think the city was run a lot better when we didn't have a merger. I really liked it a lot better when we had, when the county basically was separated from the city, I think so. And it was, even the schools was like that. Even the schools was like that because schools used to be city schools and then you had a county schools that was out there, I even think the school system was run a lot better because the school system was run better, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you ain't got kids going way across town to go to school and busting here and there, and while they're trying to balance the ratio out at the schools, well, if you had the cities, you have the city, at least, you can go ahead and bus kids just through the city. At least they ain't going to be going all the way out somewhere to go to school, You got to have somebody in the West End go to school over. I'm just trying to think here. I'm trying to think which schools would have been mostly white schools and what was mostly black schools. So I'm saying like Central and Shawnee was black schools. I don't know how Manual was. See, Male, I don't know how far the city of Louisville went. I think once you went past 264, that's when the county, that part was run by the county. It was, I'm just going to say it was a lot better. Louisville was run a lot better without the freaking merger. We did not need that fucking merger. Because ever since the merger, it's like, it's not doing as well, I first moved here, I loved Louisville. Boy, I loved Louisville when I came up here in the 90s and everything else. I said, man, why can't it go back to the way it was? It's really, it's hard. You're running a big area. It don't make sense, Louisville's trying to be bigger. What Louisville's trying to do? It's like Louisville's trying to be a big city, but it's not really. Louisville, they started, when people built Louisville, they built Louisville to be the size it was, we got, let's see, Louisville, I'm saying, I don't know if that's just more tax money come in and build downtown, but no, I just think we was built better. We was a lot better when we had the city and the county separate. Same way with the schools, Now, if you're a substitute within Jefferson County, having all those schools, you might get a job to go to every day. But what you do in that case is just you apply. You just work for both Louisville's public and Jefferson County. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense to have a county run all these schools. Frankfort. Frankfurt's never had a merger. The city of Frankfort, city schools are separated from the county schools. See, city schools ain't that big, They only got one high school, one middle school, one out, they don't really have it much as far as the city. But they've never merged. But now Lexington. See, did Lexington and Fayette County ever merge? See, I don't think they merged either, but it was honestly the smartest thing to do. They might have merged. I think their county schools, their schools might have merged. I don't know. If they didn't merge, well, I'm telling you what, that's why Lexington can take care of itself better than this, The thing is, I'm going to tell you why. I don't like the merger because Louisville's taking care of this. all the rich neighborhoods out in the East End, like St. Matthews and Hurstbourne and all that. That I have been to a town meeting where they will be down there asking for money to get a sidewalk fixed and all this stuff. Well, they get enough money. They charge their own taxes still, even though they're on a merger. Every time you go work, and it's like where I'm going to be going to work at Walmart is in St. Matthews, and I'm going to have to pay a tax to St. Matthews. You know what I'm saying? They're still getting all that extra tax money, but yet they still get money from the city. You know what? And see what that does. That doesn't allow all the money that they get in the city of Louisville's getting. It makes it to where that gives them more to have to worry about and be responsible for and take care of. You know what I'm saying? The tax money that they get, I'm sure they was getting good tax money here, but it allowed them to be able to take care of whatever was in the city, need to be taken care of, instead of just saying hell with here and what's out there, But you know what though? But I think they don't. I think even if they ask for money out there in Hurstbourne, they ain't gonna give it to them, because they get enough money. They get their own taxes. They have their own tax. Like I said, and there's some of these, even the neighborhoods here, let's just say we went back to to get rid of the merger, Louisville will just have a city tax, you know what I'm saying? You basically, if you live in the city limits, if they live in the city limits, it don't matter if you in St. Matthews or what. If it's in the city limits, you got to pay taxes. Frankfort Avenue, got to pay city taxes, okay? But the neighborhoods, if they want to, could charge their own tax. Neighborhoods in the city limits. It's like West End. If they want to charge their own tax, they can charge their own tax. But I'm just talking about these officers and stuff. It does. Because of the fact we've had so many police officers, nasty officers. That's why this shit like this happens. Police officers okay and survive this. It's hard to get. If he survived me, I'm telling you what, if he survived this shooting and was able to go out there and serve his community again, it's a miracle. Most officers that even get through the shooting, if the officers survive the shooting, a lot of them are not able to go back out and serve or do their job as they used to be. And if they do, there's only so much they can do. That's for example, there's an officer might lose his leg. He might get shot in the leg. He might have to, lose his leg. How's he going to get around? They don't have to live with that for the rest of their life. Their life won't be the same, but I'd rather they live anyway. I just went and talk about the Metro. But you know what, though? I think before the merger, I think Louisville was a lot safer. Well, when did they merge? They merged, I think, 2004. I know they voted on it, but it took them like a few years to get everything together. But I just remember I know 96 was a bad year as far as crime, but crime wasn't even bad. It wasn't as bad because, you know what I'm saying? The city can take care of their own neighborhoods. Wow. The county can take care of their own. I don't think the city and the county should work together. I just don't like the merger. I never did. And then when I first moved here, that's when they voted on it. I said, was that bad luck or what? I'm just talking about officers in just other cities. They're plain nasty. The ones here, they're not half as bad. I don't really like big city police officers. They're just nasty. I was to say, their job is more stressful. If I can speak it from an officer standpoint and I understand, like I said, good officers got pretty stressful jobs, and some of them may be having to deal with, I have to say, but you got white officers out here that get here want to pre-assume that a black person's going to be dangerous and they're going to shoot somebody because they're scared. Well, I think they should do. And I ain't trying to say it like this. I wouldn't really. I think basically when you got an officer that has no experience living in an inner city neighborhood that's got crime and everything, they just don't need to be put there. Basically, like I said, when someone applies to be an officer, they should ask for, when they apply, I don't know how many years of address history they ask for when you apply to be a police officer. But see, they definitely need to look at that address history to see where they've lived at. How they, when they interview, they need to do a psychological assessment on them too, to see how well they can deal with stressful situations. That's what they need to do when they start hiring these police officers. I'm just like a police chief right now. I think he's trying the best he can, but I think this is too big. With the experience he has, he's been basically assistant officer. He was assistant chief, whatever, lieutenant, in a town about the size of Owensboro, a smaller town. And then he comes up here and takes police chief, It would have been better if we just, Chief White's assistant. I don't understand why they couldn't have promoted him. But I'm just saying, when you place an officer in an area, you need to place them where you feel they're going to be able to do the job. So, I'm just saying, going into what I was saying about the officer being shot, there wasn't so many horrible officers in this country and other cities. People out there, the police come and they don't trust the police, so they kill the police. These damn nasty officers, police brutality. They're making it bad for police officers that do their job. That's why we have stuff like this happen, because people don't trust police. Because what they see going on, with other officers doing what they're doing, it's crazy. Well, I'm going to go ahead now, that's what I'm saying. And what's really funny is this happened over in Bardstown Road. You know what? I'm not having much going on. Much shit going on over in Bardstown Road. And you even doing the West End. You have all these officers stationed over the West End and we're trying to pull people over, but shoot, you go to Bardstown Road, you got people in bars and everything up there. People down there drug dealing and shit like that, Here they got an officer shot. Subway, I'm eating a sweet onion teriyaki. Yeah, I'm just out running my errands. I'm getting ready to go to the store right now after I eat. Had to go bank, take care of some business. And then what happened was I was trying to come back here and pay my phone bill. See, police officers, they was blocking every street here in Louisville. Louisville Broadway was closed. Let's say this. There's an officer down on Bardstown Road, east of here, got shot. That's what I'm talking about, these officers. I said, Louisville's got good police officers. They're not as bad here as they are in other cities. But like I said, Cincinnati's got some real asshole police. But you know, when police do the things they do out here, killing people and everything, it makes those have to deal with and not trust the police. And I don't know what the situation would have been, but I don't know what happened. All I know is he got shot. I'm sure I'll hear more about it tonight. But I do pray for the officer. And I do pray for his family. I pray he can get through this shooting and survive a shoot. I pray he can survive wherever he got shot and be able to go out there and serve us again. Let's go to Subway. I have to go Save a Lot shop. Get some extra money coming again. I don't think I'm going to get everything there, but it does get old going to the same damn. See, sometimes when you don't have that much money, you're trying to stay within the budget. You have to. It's pretty much better to go to the same grocery store all the time and go to a smaller store so you don't spend a lot of money. You gotta go to Save a Lot or Aldi's, but Aldi's got good meat. It's kind of expensive, but everything else in Aldi's don't cost that much. But now I'm gonna go to Save a Lot, get my meats and everything. Yeah, I had a coupon: buy one 6-inch and get one free. And I got a meatball sub, and then I got the sweet onion. Yeah, I'll be glad I get some second income coming again, so I can spread my wings out more. Whether it's a job or I was going out here, playing some trivia, I'm gonna have to do some of that. I don't have to always work. There's other ways you can hustle. Some of the other ways I know to hustle. It's kind of luck. You win or lose. See, I can go up here to bingo and don't win bingo all the time. By the time I say you might win, but think of all the money you probably spent to get that much money. I mean, there was one time I won $500. I was just lucky. You know what I had to do with that $500? I had to turn right around and take a car insurance with it. I had no money to pay car insurance. This is when I wasn't, let's see. This was when I wasn't getting no second income or anything, I was just getting a check. At the time I had a car and had to pay insurance. What's so bad? What's so messed up is back then I didn't work. My check wasn't as much, but also my rent was low. My rent was real low, my LG&E. But I was always able to afford expenses of a car. I was able to afford the insurance. I was able to, I didn't have to worry about the payment because Grandma gave it to me. Grandma gave me a car. I had to pay for gas and upkeep of that car, and I took very good care of that car too. I took very good care of it. Washed it, kept it clean. I wonder why I was able to afford a car, but at the same time, actually I do remember I was able to get to more temp jobs. I did take a few jobs places. Yeah, I worked at some temp agencies. I worked at them. I worked at Sluggerfield 1 year. I worked at Salvation. I worked at Sally's another year. So, yeah. I just didn't work as consistent, I only worked seasonal and temporary jobs. I didn't work no regular part-time jobs like I do now. Now I worked at where I was working at Kingdom and working labor ready. And now I take a job at Walmart, and that's a regular part-time job. It's more money when you get a part-time job, but then you turn around and have to pay some of it for rent because Section 8 raises your rent up, and then there's health insurance. They don't let you make as much money over here. But Indiana, I can make up to $1,700 a month and get SMB. I need to move my ass over there. I need to move my ass where I don't have to pay my Medicare. Over here, you can't make over $1,300 a month. After $1,300, you have to pay your Medicare premium. Now, you know, $1,500 a month and have to pay rent and everything, your grocery, shit, that takes your money. You have to pay about $130 a month now for freaking Medicare. Yeah. Keeps me down. You can't make money. You know, it's really, that's one thing bad about being on government assistance. Bad thing about it is you can only make so much money. I'm okay with what I make. I make a lot of my Social Security allows me to make. Just everything else. I gotta keep my Section 8 because, you know, if I decide to move and transfer my Section 8, like if I go to Miami, the cost of living is going to be unreal. In fact, I'm going to tell you about Miami. You can make up one person can make up to $30,000 a year and still get Section 8. Just think though, you know, say I might be making that kind of money. I bet groceries are expensive and everything. If I'm trying to get these dreams to happen and I want to move to Florida, Miami's probably the place to go. But Irma kind of scared me away. I'm ready to do another video, so I'll be on here in a minute.